What's up, guys? Your boy Kevin Prolix here, and I got a story for you. This is a story about a guy who's in a relationship. I'm not sure how many years, but basically they're in a relationship. There's no love. There's just commitment. Maybe there's like exclusivity. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but this guy, he's in trouble. He is heartbroken. The relationship, dead bedroom. I don't know what exactly their problem is, but let's get into it. It goes, I just want my wife back. I have too many stories on being rejected by my wife on a pretty consistent basis. But yesterday, I was downright livid. So yesterday, on Father's Day, which started out pretty okay, my wife decided to take the kids and myself out to breakfast, which is rare because she normally doesn't do anything for me on Father's Day, because usually she's nursing a hangover from the night before. But breakfast was good. Bruh! Okay, nursing a hangover from the night before. So she's a drunk? Your wife is a drunk. Why is she a drunk? Why are you accepting that? Bruh. It goes on. So we're done, and I go up to pay, and the waitress is super chatty. Nothing out of the ordinary. I worked in restaurants for years, so I get working on minimal sleep and minimal pay and max caffeine levels. My wife has a fake smile on when I get back, and she just glares at me like I said something wrong before I left the table. I think nothing of it, other than her getting in the mood for whatever scenario she's made up in her head is a problem. She does this a lot, so don't look at me like I'm an asshole. And we get up from breakfast and head to the car. Wait a second, your wife said, you said she was taking you out. Sounds like you paid. What the hell? Does she work? Are you the only one working? I don't get, how could she take you out, but you're the one paying? It's Father's Day. All right. Continuing. And we get back up, and we get up from breakfast and head to the car. We're heading to her uncle's house because it's usually Father's Day tradition in her family. She starts to flat out ignore me, and when we arrive, I proceed to take the kids in and out of the pool, make their plates when they're hungry. Typical dad things I do. She's over on the back porch talking to her mom about the kids. I step into the conversation and I am immediately given the death stare by her. I wonder what that could be about. Why is she giving you the death stare? Why is your wife disrespecting you? And why are you accepting it? Still continuing on, still ignoring me, she continues the conversation like I didn't say anything. Then I flash my I love you smile and a little flirty wink. Her response was, ew, gross. And go back to take the kids into the pool one last time because I knew we were going to be leaving in a little bit. And her aunt suggested the kids could spend the night because she's on vacation for the next week or so and loves our kids. Now, that could be a good opening for y'all. I like the sound of that. Let's see how the wife responds. My wife said it was fine, so I just went along with it in hopes that my wife and I might have gotten a free night by ourselves. So they have a set of clothes that we always leave there because we are over there a lot during the summer. Anyways, fast forward about 45 minutes later, we say our goodbyes, give hugs, and leave. I think I see where this is going. My money is on she's gonna have a fit in the car about some shit. Okay, let's keep it. Let's continue on. On our way driving home, my wife is acting super put out by everything in general the entire car ride. We get home and we sit in our sunroom and trying to lighten her mood or distract her, I start cracking jokes and throwing some usual flirting. After like 5 minutes of this, she tells me she's exhausted and heads toward bed. Mind you, it's only like 7:15 and she doesn't work till 9. And it was hot and hectic there. So I give her the benefit of the doubt. and let her go to bed. About 20 minutes later, I run in to use the bathroom. I run in to use the bathroom and I hear low grunting noises and open the bedroom door. Oh, now what could she be doing? She was openly masturbating and looking at her phone. She immediately jumps. Oh, you scared me. And immediately put her phone under the pillow and exclaims, I have a really bad itch. Bruh. All right, first, I'm not blind. I'm not an idiot. And I'm pretty sure if your genitals are itching that bad, you need to see a doctor about it. I just look at her close. I just look at her, close the door, and say nothing. Then I head to the kitchen for a cup of coffee, and I hear her going at it again. All right, I'm not trying to laugh at this guy, but I'm just like, bruh, put your foot down, talk to her, and say, hey, I know you need your needs. If you don't want to have your needs met with me, then that's cool. But I'm not going to let you hold myself hostage while you take care of yourself. Come on, bruh. Let me get back into it. I hear her going back at it again. Okay. I open the door the last time and just glare at her. Nothing for nothing. I have been openly flirting with her for our entire relationship. I get rejected by her constantly. I'm not talking about being rejected for just sex. Rejected from making decisions. Rejected even on items we can bring and keep in the house. Rejected on how we raise the kids. This, to me, is the final straw. So I am growing suspicious of a coworker she has become. So I am growing suspicious of a coworker she has because she talks about him constantly to the point I get nauseated hearing about him. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Why is she bringing up other dudes? There's no reason she should be bringing up the other dude unless she got the hots for him. Only way another woman is bringing up another dude and she's in a relationship with you is she sees something in him that she's probably gonna have him as your replacement. Keep an eye on that shit. Check that shit and don't accept it. Let's continue on though. I've gotten rid of so many things and people I've loved just to keep her happy. Why? And this is what I get in return. Not even a hug or kiss. So I did like I do every Sunday. Go to my sunroom, watch TV, smoke a joint, and cry. Why are you accepting this? But with 2 younger kids and an overly demanding job, I'm barely keeping it together for myself anymore. Pause. I can understand that. You got responsibilities, you got commitments, you have things you have to do, or things don't get done, and everything is turned to shit. It's kind of a predicament. But why are you accepting it? You're not a tree. You can change. Let's continue on. Dang, I just want to cry. I'm seriously struggling. I can't shake my mind off how unhappy I am and how much I just want out. But with 2 younger kids and an overly demanding job, I'm barely keeping it together for myself anymore. I'm not in a good headspace, and she could care less. I had this huge desperation hanging over my head, and I can't seem to shake. I mean, how do you keep going when every day ends in sadness and in happiness, and hoping that you won't wake up next day because of how hard you're trying? I just want it to all go away. Hoping you don't wake up the next day. My dude, I'm really sorry for you. You don't have to go through that. I don't know why you're accepting it, but bro, Something must have happened along the way where she fell out of love with you. She lost attraction. I don't know. But you're not making the decisions. She's not letting you get like any of your thoughts into the conversation. She's disrespecting you. Like, something along the way, you lost your man card in her eyes. You got to get it back. Either that or ejectocito, cuz this is not going to work. Bruh, let me see. Someone says, why does she have such contempt for you? Was she thinking you were flirting with the waitress or something? She sounds downright mean. I'm sorry you're hurting. On Father's Day, no less? And they say, I'm not even sure what she's in a bad mood about. I asked her why, and she keeps saying, oh, nothing, and giving me the evil glare. Does she know how unhappy you are? I'd hope at this point she's noticed. She and I don't ever have time to talk just by ourselves because she's filling every waking moment of my day with work before and after my 12-hour work days. I get home early enough and I leave late enough to spend time with her and one-on-one. She'll make time for the kids, her friends, her family. All I get is leftovers. I'm simply tired of being the guy that's handed what's left. She nurses, this is another comment, they say she nurses the hangover every Father's Day morning. That part concerns me too. I take it that she's getting drunk by just not with you. Is it just a Father's Day thing or is it every Sunday morning? It's not every Sunday, but it definitely is every Father's Day. Okay, now that is suspicious. So she can't even be happy for this dude. What the hell? Serious questions. Daddy issues. Let's see. Yep, her dad was a raging alcoholic and a drug addict, which used to drop her off at random people's houses to go get his fix. Wow. So there we go right there. Never fails. Unstable woman, disrespecting, probably a low-key alcoholic like her dad. I mean, you saw all these red flags, but you stayed. I mean, I can't fault the woman so much. Well, I can fault her, but I can fault you too for staying. Like, you did not have to accept that. Like, yeah, people got problems. No one's perfect, but I don't know, man. The more I live, I'm just starting to notice, like, these people are unstable and they do not have any way or any know-how or any want to even get better. And it sounds like you just enabled her. I'm sorry. Okay, this comment says, yeah, she's projecting her issues on you. It's sad, but unlikely to ever change. I often wondered about the scripture verse that said, the sins of the father will come upon his children and his children's children. And I can understand that this is not a curse, rather a warning. Generational issues are real and almost impossible to win. All you can do is be good father to your children and be example hers should have been. Yeah, that's nice and well, but I'm sorry, this dude, he needs to get out of there because those kids are going to be ruined. Whew. OP says, I'd have to say about a year or so after our youngest one was born. That's when things seem to have taken a turn. All in all, I'm thinking this guy might be really in trouble. I'm hoping he gets the balls to say, you know what, this is not working. I'm going. You can do yourself and I'm gonna do myself and we can take care of the kids because I'm not having these kids go up and see us to go through all this. Ooh. Someone says, there's the phrase, it's over 10,800 minutes in a week. How many minutes are you going to give me this week? How many minutes did you give me last week? The guy says, that's a great idea. I'll definitely have to try that. You know what, bro? I hope you do, because something needs to change, and I'm tired of seeing or hearing about these people in these relationships, man or woman, where it's a dead bedroom, and it's like, how do you get married just to not have sex with your person eventually? I get it. You have kids. Things happen. Maybe your hormones change. Everything in life isn't about sex. I get it. But if you're with someone and sex is an important thing to them and it's not to you, let them know up front so they could know to not deal with you. You know? I mean, it's common sense. Or tell them, hey, I'm not giving it to you. I have no plans to give it to you. So let's just peace out and go find someone we can give it to. Or if you're in a relationship, come to an arrangement. So we're not gonna get divorced. We're gonna stay together. How about you do your thing, I do my thing. We do this thing for the kids, and they don't have to see us unhappy, and we could both have our needs met. Boom. But then at that point, why not just leave the relationship? Anyway, to me, marriage is a trap to a lot of people. Maybe I'll get married, we'll see. But unlikely with the state, that's for sure. Whew. Always keep your walk-away ability. If you always keep your walk-away ability, never let no one hold your life hostage with what you want to do. And I think maybe things can just be to a point where we're not at each other's throat. Like, this guy is unhappy, the wife's unhappy, she's masturbating in the bathroom without him. Like, yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this ride. I'm sorry to this guy. I hope things can work out, but peace.